The green liquid observed in the plug prongs of a sump pump is most likely a calcium-based corrosion prevention compound. This substance is applied to the prongs during manufacturing or installation to safeguard them against corrosion. Corrosion is an electrochemical process that degrades metals, and in the case of electrical plugs, it can lead to poor electrical contact, increased resistance, and even failure of the device. The sump pump environment is particularly susceptible to corrosion due to the presence of moisture and humidity. Sump pumps are typically located in basements or crawl spaces, which are often damp environments. This moisture can accelerate the corrosion process, especially when dissimilar metals are in contact. The green color is often indicative of copper salts present in the corrosion prevention compound. Copper is a common metal used in electrical wiring and components, and its salts can form during the corrosion process. The calcium-based compound acts as a barrier, preventing moisture and other corrosive agents from reaching the metal surface of the prongs. Without this protection, the prongs would be more susceptible to corrosion, which could lead to several problems. Firstly, corrosion can increase the resistance of the electrical connection. This increased resistance can cause the plug and outlet to heat up, which can be a fire hazard. Secondly, corrosion can weaken the prongs, making them more likely to break or bend. This can also lead to poor electrical contact and potential failure of the sump pump. Thirdly, corrosion can interfere with the proper functioning of the sump pump's float switch. The float switch is responsible for turning the pump on and off based on the water level in the sump pit. If the electrical connection between the float switch and the pump is corroded, the switch may not function properly, which could lead to the pump running continuously or not running at all. Therefore, it is crucial to clean the prongs thoroughly before reinserting the plug into the outlet. This cleaning process removes the corrosion prevention compound, along with any dirt or debris that may have accumulated on the prongs. To clean the prongs effectively, use a dry cloth or a cotton swab dipped in rubbing alcohol. Ensure that the power is disconnected from the outlet before beginning the cleaning process to avoid electrical shock. A dry cloth can be used to wipe away any loose debris or corrosion. For more stubborn corrosion, a cotton swab dipped in rubbing alcohol can be used to gently scrub the prongs. Rubbing alcohol is an effective solvent that can dissolve the corrosion prevention compound and other contaminants. After cleaning the prongs, allow them to dry completely before reinserting the plug into the outlet. This will prevent any moisture from being trapped between the prongs and the outlet, which could accelerate corrosion. In addition to cleaning the prongs, it is also important to inspect the outlet for any signs of corrosion or damage. If the outlet is corroded or damaged, it should be replaced by a qualified electrician. Using a corroded or damaged outlet can be dangerous and can lead to electrical shock or fire. To further protect the sump pump's electrical connections from corrosion, consider using a corrosion inhibitor. Corrosion inhibitors are substances that are added to the environment to reduce the rate of corrosion. They can be applied to the prongs of the plug or to the outlet itself. There are many different types of corrosion inhibitors available, so it is important to choose one that is compatible with the materials used in the electrical connections. Another way to prevent corrosion is to ensure that the sump pump is properly grounded. Grounding provides a path for electrical current to flow safely to the ground in the event of a fault. This can help to prevent electrical shock and can also reduce the risk of corrosion. The grounding wire should be connected to a grounded metal object, such as a metal water pipe or a grounding rod. It is also important to ensure that the grounding wire is properly sized and connected. Furthermore, consider the environment in which the sump pump operates. Improving ventilation in the basement or crawl space can reduce humidity levels, thereby decreasing the risk of corrosion. Using a dehumidifier can also help to keep the area dry. Regular inspection and maintenance of the sump pump are essential for preventing corrosion and ensuring its proper functioning. Check the prongs and outlet for any signs of corrosion or damage on a regular basis. Clean the prongs as needed and replace the outlet if it is corroded or damaged. By taking these precautions, the risk of corrosion can be minimized and the life of the sump pump can be extended. Furthermore, it's good practice to examine the sump pit itself. Ensure it's free from excessive debris and sediment, which can hold moisture and contribute to a corrosive environment. A clean sump pit helps prevent premature pump failure and promotes better drainage. Consider using a sump pump with corrosion-resistant components. Some sump pumps are made with materials that are less susceptible to corrosion, such as stainless steel or plastic. These pumps may be more expensive than traditional pumps, but they can last longer and require less maintenance in the long run. Also, consider using a GFCI outlet for the sump pump. A GFCI outlet is a ground fault circuit interrupter outlet. It is designed to protect against electrical shock. If a ground fault is detected, the GFCI outlet will trip and shut off the power. This can help to prevent electrical shock in the event of a problem with the sump pump. Make sure that the GFCI outlet is properly installed and tested. Regular testing of the GFCI outlet ensures that it is functioning properly. The testing procedure typically involves pressing the test button on the outlet and verifying that the outlet trips. If the outlet does not trip, it should be replaced by a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is paramount when dealing with sump pumps and any electrical equipment. Always disconnect the power before performing any maintenance or repairs. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work. Improper electrical work can be dangerous and can lead to electrical shock or fire. In addition to corrosion, other factors can also affect the performance and lifespan of a sump pump. These factors include the frequency of use, the amount of water being pumped, and the quality of the pump itself. A sump pump that is used frequently or that pumps a lot of water will likely wear out faster than a pump that is used infrequently or that pumps a small amount of water. A high-quality pump will typically last longer than a low-quality pump. To extend the life of the sump pump, it is important to choose a pump that is appropriate for the specific application. Also, it is important to maintain the pump properly. This includes cleaning the pump regularly and replacing any worn parts. It is also important to protect the pump from freezing temperatures. Freezing temperatures can damage the pump and can shorten its lifespan. If the sump pump is located in an area that is subject to freezing temperatures, it should be insulated to protect it from the cold. Proper installation of the sump pump is also important. The pump should be installed in a level and stable location. It should also be connected to a properly sized discharge pipe. The discharge pipe should be sloped away from the house to prevent water from flowing back into the sump pit. Finally, it is important to be aware of the signs of sump pump failure. These signs include the pump running continuously, the pump making unusual noises, and the pump not pumping water. If any of these signs are present, the pump should be inspected and repaired or replaced as needed. By taking these precautions, it is possible to extend the life of the sump pump and prevent costly repairs. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous. When in doubt, always consult a qualified electrician. In summary, identifying the green liquid as a calcium-based corrosion prevention compound, understanding its purpose, and taking appropriate cleaning and preventative measures are crucial for maintaining the reliable operation of a sump pump and ensuring electrical safety. Regular inspection and maintenance are key to preventing corrosion and extending the life of the pump.